Iris, I work here in China. I will be back to my former employer. I was there 3 years ago. Then I left and went freelance. But the company this time still asks for a probation period. I think it is funny, because I was there before, and everybody knows me. I learned the Chinese laws stipulate that an employer and the same employee may only agree on one probation period. So what they do is illegal, right?
Okay. Actually, this clause, it is more intended to protect the situation of continuous reemployment. That means if the employer continuously hires the same employee for work in the same position or a substitutable position, the employer should not separately stipulate a period of probation. Apparently, your situation does not fall under the above description. So, as for your case, there are different opinions in judicial practice. In some cases, the judge thinks the provision you mentioned should not exclude the cases where the employer and the employee have already implemented a probation period when first establishing labor relations, and then sign a second labor contract after the employee's resignation. So in this opinion, what you think is right. But there are also some other cases in which the judge thinks when an employee rejoins the company, this constitutes a separate legal relationship. It is different from the previous employment experience. So the employer's requirement on a new probation period does not violate the provision. So it is important to examine the circumstances. For example, whether there is a significant change in the job positions, the job requirements, and also in the employee's own conditions. If there are a lot of changes, I can directly answer you that what the company does is not illegal. On the contrary, if everything is the same, there are no changes at all, then the company's requirement on another probation period is illegal. But it is a little tricky, Things of course change after years. Even if the position, the job requirements are all the same, but people change. You certainly change. The company does not know whether you are still qualified for the job, whether you are still adept at the skills required for this job. So it will be a little tricky, and I need more information and facts to establish a strong argument for you.
Your reliable lawyer in China.